Let's talk about 10 things you need to avoid before having intercourse. Sex is meant to be pleasurable. It is meant for you to enjoy. Number one on my list is going to be you should not wax or shave before intercourse. If you know that you're not clean down there and you want to take out the hairs in there before having intercourse, make sure you have done this 2 or 3 days, in fact 4 days before the day you plan to have this intercourse. Because when you do this before the day you're having this intercourse, let's say you plan to have it tonight and then you go ahead and wax or shave in the morning, you are risking your chances of developing infection. You're risking your chances of getting other infection from your partner. This sweat can actually enters into your open pores, because with this you have opened your pores. When you shave, most of the pores are open and you can even have tiny cuts in your vulva area. Imagine the sweat, the bodily fluids of your partner touching those areas that has little cuts. Apart from the pain, apart from other things, you are risking yourself to developing infections, which leads me to the next point. Don't douche. Douche, whatever you call it, don't douche. Some ladies, because they smell down there or because they don't like what it smells like, they go ahead to push in water with high pressure into their vagina, thinking that they are actually washing the vagina to make it smell nice, or I don't know why they are doing it, but that is just what they think they are doing. You are doing yourself more harm than good. Apart from you risking yourself to being dry during intercourse, because you might actually be washing out the fluids from the vagina, you are risking yourself for infection as well, because you know that vagina is a self-cleansing organ. It cleanses itself. It doesn't need you to help you to clean it. That is why whatever that is in there is going to expel it out, because it's not supposed to be there. So that thing you're doing now is disrupting the activity that is supposed to happen in the vagina itself. Imagine you risking yourself to having friction, injury during intercourse, just because the natural wetness, the natural lubricant is not there because of your activity, because of what you have done to your vagina. Because you know that before you can have or enjoy sexual intercourse, you need to be wet. Your vagina needs to be well lubricated. Don't eat spicy food or heavy food before intercourse. Imagine you are planning to have intercourse and you are having a bowl of eba, a bowl of fufu. You should not have this, because when you do this, it's going to make you get tired. And because of this, you just be there, you will not be able to be fully involved in the activities. And spicy food can actually cause you to have some regurgitation. It can make you to have heartburn. And because of this, you feel uncomfortable and you're just standing up, going this and that. No. Make sure you have light food like oatmeal or even fruits. Just don't have heavy food that can actually make you to just lay there like a log of wood. When you eat heavy food before intercourse, digestion can actually divert blood flows from your genitals, and this is not good, because before you can have good intercourse, you need normal blood flow to your genitals because of the stimulation, the response and all of that. Avoid alcohol before intercourse. Yes, it is very, very important for you to avoid alcohol. I mean, it's meant to be a pleasurable event, so you should be aware of what you are doing. You should only engage in safe sex. Don't engage in, unsafe sex whereby you don't know what you are doing. You are risking yourself to getting sexually transmitted diseases, and alcohol has been known to be one of the risk factors to developing erectile dysfunction. So as a man, you should avoid having alcohol as well. Avoid using antihistamine medication. That is all these drugs that you use for allergy, for cold, for catarrh. Don't use it before intercourse, because you all know that when you take this medication, what you want it to do is to dry the mucus, is to dry that mucus that is affecting you when you have cold. Same way it's drying that mucus, same way it can actually dry your vagina, and then because of that there won't be wetness, there won't be lubrication, and this will make penetration to be painful and difficult. If your goal is not to get pregnant, if your goal is not to have a baby, then do not have intercourse without using a protection. Always protect yourself. Get the appropriate size of condom. If you are the one as a lady that is going to use it, we have female condom. And if it is your man that is going to use it, make sure you get the appropriate size. Make sure it is being turn or open appropriately with your hand. Don't use your teeth. And if you're going to be using any lubricant as a form of lubrication, make sure you get water-based lubricant. Don't get oil-based, because when you get oil-based lubricant, it can actually cause the condom to break. That leads me to the next point. Do not have intercourse if you have not arranged for contraceptive pills. If you don't know how to calculate your menstrual cycle, then you should not have intercourse without arranging for post pill, because you need to have this medication immediately or within 72 hours. But the earlier you take this medication, the better, the more effective it's going to be. So if you are taking this medication, immediately, it is going to be effective as compared to when you are taking it after 3 days, then you are just joking, because the pregnancy will actually occur if you have intercourse during your fertile day. And just so you know, Postinor 2 is not meant for you to be using like paracetamol. As a matter of fact, you should take Postinor 2 like once in a month or even once in 3 months, because it has its own side effects. This one, avoid using perfume. If you are smelling down there, then speak to one of the health practitioners. Get help. Go to your doctor on how they can be of help. If you don't like the smell, stop putting perfume in your vagina to make it smell good. It can cause you to have irritation and even inflammation. Most importantly, do not skip foreplay. Make sure you engage in foreplay. And also remember that consent is very, very essential. Both of you needs to be on the same page. There should be an agreement. And make sure to watch other videos on those things you need to do after intercourse to avoid pregnancy and also to avoid infection as well. Thank you for watching today's video, and I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe.